Owning the suburb means you're not just present, you're useful. You don't own a suburb because you mention it once. You own it because your content keeps showing up every time someone tries to understand that location. I'm Clint, and this is Creativity That Converts, the show where we unpack the art and strategy of using video to grow your business. This is the space to learn what's working, what's changing, and how to create content that really connects. No fluff, no ego, just real talk that gets results. Welcome to Creativity That Converts. If you want to become known for an area, YouTube is one of the best places to do it. Because right now, buyers, sellers, relocators, and even AI search are all looking for clear local information. They want to know what it's like to live there, what different budgets buy, who the area suits, and what's happening in that market. And if your videos consistently answer those questions for a specific suburb, you start becoming strongly associated with that area. And that is what this episode is about. How to build geographic authority on YouTube so that when people search your suburb, your name becomes part of how that area is understood. So why does geographic authority matter so much? Well, people search by location all the time. They generally search suburbs before they even search agents. They want to understand what life looks like there, whether it suits their stage of life, what kind of homes are available, and what their money will actually get them. And increasingly, they're not just doing that in Google. They're doing it in YouTube. They're doing it in AI search. They're doing it by asking broader, more natural questions. Questions like, what's it like living in Lighthouse Beach? Is Flynn's Beach a good suburb for my family? What does $1.5 million buy me in Newcastle? Should I move to Brisbane? And every one of those searches is an opportunity, because the more your name becomes associated with a place, the more valuable your content becomes. You stop being just another agent who happens to work there. You start becoming part of how that area is understood. And that's powerful, because local trust compounds. The more often someone sees your name, your face, and your explanations attached to the suburb they're researching, the more natural it becomes to trust you when they eventually need help. That's what geographic authority does. It quietly builds familiarity and credibility over time. What owning a suburb actually looks like, this is the part most people get wrong. They think suburb content means one area video and a few local snapshots. That's just not enough. Owning a suburb means building a library, not a one-off post. It means that when someone tries to understand that area, your content keeps appearing in different forms, answering different questions. That's what creates depth, because one person might want to know what it's like living there. Someone else might want to know what kind of homes are in that area. And further again, someone else wants to know, would living here suit my family? While someone else wants to know, is it a good place to invest? Owning the suburb means you're not just present, you're useful. And that's the difference. You don't own a suburb because you mention it once. You own it because your content keeps showing up every time someone tries to understand that location. So what are the types of videos that build geographic authority? Let's make it practical. If you wanted to start building authority around a specific suburb or area, what kind of videos would actually help you do that? Well, the first one is the obvious one, a proper living in suburb video. Not just drone shots and generic commentary, a real explanation of the feel of the area, who it suits, what kind of lifestyle it offers, and what makes it different from the other suburbs around it. This is often the entry point. Then from there, one of the most powerful videos you can create is what X dollars buys you in X suburb. These are incredibly strong because they combine local context, buyer intent, and search behavior. People love understanding what different budgets actually get them in different markets. And it's the kind of question people naturally ask in YouTube or AI search. Then you've got a really strong category around suitability. Things like, should you move to X suburb, or what X suburb is best for? This is where you can speak to better targets, be it families, downsizers, upsizers, retirees, investors, commuters. And again, you're not just talking about the suburb, you're helping people see themselves living in it. That's what makes the content valuable. Then there's market-specific suburb content. And this is where a lot of agents miss an opportunity. Instead of generic market updates, you can create suburb-specific market update videos. What's happening in this area right now? What are buyers doing? What are properties in this suburb being compared against? What's moving and what's sitting? That's much more useful than broad commentary because it feels relevant. Then there's the content that only a real local would think to create. Things like best pockets within the suburb, what streets people tend to prefer, what buyers often overlook, things people should know before buying there. This is where your local insight really starts to separate you because it's hard to fake depth. And then another very strong one is mistakes people make when buying in X suburb. That kind of content works because it combines specificity, usefulness, and experience. You're not just showing that you know the area, you're showing that you know how people behave in that area. That's real authority. Every one of these videos acts like a flag in the ground. Not just content ideas, they're territory markers. And the more of them you build, the more clearly you start to occupy that area online. So why does this matter more now than ever? The reason this matters so much now is because the way people search is changing. Search is becoming more natural, more conversational, more answer-based. And AI is increasingly pulling from YouTube as a part of how it forms those answers. So when someone asks a platform to help them understand a suburb, a price point, or a local market, it's not just looking for the best written blog post anymore. It's increasingly looking for the clearest, most useful explanation. And hyper-local expertise is very difficult to fake. That's why this becomes such a strong long-term play. You're not just creating suburb content for social media. You're building the digital footprint that people and increasingly AI will use to understand your market. And the person who does that first and does it properly builds a real advantage. Because once someone becomes associated with an area online, it gets harder and harder for someone to take that ground back. That's what makes it defensible. The real opportunity here isn't just visibility, it's positioning. Because when your name becomes attached to a place, you stop feeling generic. You stop competing purely on personality or volume or visibility. You become the person who clearly understands that part of the market and that changes how people perceive you. It changes how referrals feel. It changes how warm conversations are before they even begin. Because now you're not just another agent who works there. You're someone who has clearly invested in understanding, explaining, and showing that area properly. And that's what people trust. So if you're thinking about your content moving forward, this is one of the smartest questions you can ask yourself. What area do I actually want to own? Not the whole city, not every type of client, not every suburb in a 40-minute radius. What area do I want my name attached to? Because once you answer that properly, your content gets much clearer. And when your content gets clearer, your marketing gets stronger. That's it for episode 29. If you're unsure where video could support your marketing, or you want to work out how to build visibility around the specific area and audience that you want to attract, feel free to book a strategy call. We can talk through your market, your area, and how video could help you get seen by people you actually want to work with. All the details are in the show notes. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.